Silent. So today we have our composition class. Yes, and in that we are going to learn dialogue writing. Okay? Do you all know what is a dialogue, children? Okay, first tell me, do you all watch movies? Yes? You all like to watch movies? Everyone likes to, right? Even I love to watch movies. In the movies, we have actors, actresses, many characters. Whatever is spoken by them in the movie is known as the dialogue. The words spoken by the actor or the words spoken by the actress in a movie is dialogue. They are given a dialogue, written dialogue. We have a script writer. Okay, the director tells this is the scene. A script writer writes the dialogue depending on the scene that the director has said, and the dialogue is given to the actor or actress and they say it. So whatever is spoken by the characters is dialogue. Even in your cartoon characters, you all watch cartoons, right? Whatever, we'll take a cartoon or Doraemon and no, the words spoken by Doraemon or the words spoken by Nobita are known as dialogues. Okay, so today we are going to learn to write dialogue. Now, what is a dialogue? As we just saw, a dialogue is a conversation or set of words spoken between two or more characters. Okay, actual words spoken by two or more characters is known as a dialogue. Okay, a dialogue represents actual speech. Actual speech, whatever the character is speaking, is the dialogue. Now we have different ways of representing dialogue when we are writing it. Okay, when you see a movie, you know, okay, the actor is saying this, the actress is saying this, the villain is saying this. But when you write it down, when you read something, dialogues are represented in different ways. We can represent it in bubbles. You would have read storybooks or comics. In that, the dialogue said by the character in the comic is shown by using bubbles. Uh, Even in your value education books, you have stories in that. You see the dialogue of the character in the story is represented by bubbles. Yes, you can open your value education book afterwards and check that. The words spoken by the character in the story is in the form of bubbles. But when we write long stories in a narrative form, or for example, the lessons in your in your New Voices book, right? You have it in paragraph form, right? So then, this is again bubbles. When the characters are speaking, it is represented by the bubbles next to the character. Okay. Here, as I said, in your New Voices book, you have your lessons or the stories in paragraph form. So, the dialogues are written in quotes. Quotes means comma. See the first line. What does a crocodile have for dinner? This is from your New Voices book. Yes. So here you know, what does a crocodile have for dinner? He asked one day. So this question is actually spoken by the baby elephant. That is why it is written in quotes. That means it is actually spoken by baby elephant. Shh, said all the animals. Now, shh is written in quotes again, in commas, inverted commas. That means it is actually spoken by the animals. Now, but he would not stay quiet. He kept on asking everybody he met. One day he met the Kolo Kolo bird. She told him where he could find an answer. Go to the grey, green, greasy Limpopo River, she said. Again, go to the grey, green, greasy Limpopo River is written in quotes in inverted commas. That means this is the actual words spoken by the Kolo Kolo bird. You will find your answer there, right? So when we are writing a story in a paragraph form, then the actual dialogues are written in quotes or in inverted commas. Okay. Dialogue writing involves the use of dialogues to describe the conversation between two characters. So dialogue writing is actually using dialogues to describe what is the conversation that's going on between two characters. So children, here you will be given the two characters and the topic, and you have to write the dialogues based on the topic. Okay, so you have to remember certain points to write a dialogue. The first is a dialogue must be written in reference to a given situation. A given situation is given to you, and you have to write a dialogue referring or depending on that situation. Use your imagination to introduce the conversation or dialogues in direct speech. Direct speech means actual speaking, right? So use your imagination, how you're going to introduce the conversation, how you're going to start the conversation, what are the characters going to speak, everything you have to imagine and think. Keep the dialogue concise and relevant. You don't have to write very lengthy dialogue. And concise, that means to the point and relevant. Ensure that it sounds natural and interesting. It should sound natural and it should be interesting. So if you were in that position, what will you say? Think, imagine, and then write. Keep the language simple and direct. You can use contractions such as don't, shouldn't, or can't. They are the short forms, right? We have learned this in our active English. We have learned that these short forms are used while speaking, right? So here dialogue is actual speaking of words. So we can use these contractions, these short forms. So instead of do not, I can use don't. Do not do this, I can say don't do this. I can't do it, right? So I can use the short forms here, and also I can use interjections such as oh, wow, alas. I can use this so that the dialogue seems natural, right? When somebody is getting a gift for you, or you get something that you want, and then you say wow, right? So that same thing you can do it while writing also. You can put that interjections while writing also. Now characters in dialogue writing, they play a very important role. Yes, only if there are characters you can write the dialogue. So characters play an important role in dialogue writing. The characters can be human beings like us. They can be animals like the baby elephant or the Kolo Kolo bird. They can also be inanimate objects, that is non-living things, and can have names. Like the bird had the name Kolo Kolo, right? So anybody, even human beings, you can have the names of the characters. Use the names of the character to indicate their dialogues. Yes, we will use the names of the characters to indicate their dialogues. When writing a dialogue, use a colon, that is two dots. Colon is two dots after the name of the character, and then write the spoken words. So when we are going to start writing dialogues, how will we write it? If we have the characters, if we have name of the characters, we will write the name of the characters, put a colon, and then write the dialogue of the character, right? See, we have an example here. We have two characters here, Rahul and Ravi. Rahul, then I have put over there, will you come down to play today? Rahul is asking, will you come down to play today? And next line I'm writing Ravi, again colon, No, not today. No, not today. So this is a conversation between Rahul and Ravi. So when we are writing dialogue writing, we have to write the name of the character, then put a colon and then write the dialogue of that character. Okay? Every time a different character speaks, write the dialogue on a fresh line. Okay? So Rahul we wrote, then next line we wrote Ravi's dialogue. Include the actions, feelings, or expressions in bracket. Like in the previous one, Rahul, will you come down to play today? And Ravi says, no, not today. When saying that, what was Ravi feeling? Was he sad? Or did he say that angrily? We will not know that when we are writing it, right? So we will write the expression in the bracket. So Ravi says, sadly, I've written the expression in the bracket. Sadly. No, not today. That means Ravi was sad that he couldn't go down to play. If he was angry, you have to write angry in the bracket, right? So whatever action or feelings or expressions is being made by the character, we will write it in the bracket, okay? All the characters should have a fair share of words to speak. If we have two characters, both the characters should have fair share, that means equal share of words to speak. It should not be that one character is speaking and the other is quietly listening and just saying yes, no, no. Both should have fair share of words to speak. The conversation should not be dominated by one character. It should not be that in the conversation only one character is speaking and the other is silent. Both the characters should have equal amount of words to speak. Now, to write a good dialogue, what are the things necessary? Topic of conversation. What will be the topic of conversation? It will be given to you. So imagine what you're going to write on that. Ask questions to yourself. What are the things that can take place in this conversation? What will be the theme of the conversation? Imagine yourself in both the characters. If there are two characters, imagine yourself in both. For example, if the conversation is between a doctor and a patient, think as a doctor what will you say, then think as a patient what will you say, and you have to imagine yourself in both the characters and then write down the dialogues. Think about logical conversation and arrange your ideas in a logical order. We have seen this throughout in everything that we have written, that whatever we write should be in a logical order. So if it's a doctor and a patient, as soon as you go to the doctor does not give you medicine, right? He will ask you so many questions and you will answer him, and then finally he'll give you the medicine. So the same way you have to, every theme you have to think logically, imagine yourself in both the characters, what can the conversation be, and jot it down. Use simple language, your everyday, do not use slang. Slang means all the short forms that we use in your WhatsApp or with our friends. Not that. Use very simple language, everyday language that we speak with our parents, teachers, and friends. And do not make any grammatical mistakes. See that your sentence is formed properly and there is no grammatical mistakes in that. Okay. Now we have a topic here. We have to write a dialogue between a doctor and a patient. Okay, so today we're going to learn to write a dialogue between a doctor and a patient. Children, remove your composition book and you're going to write this in your composition book. As always, you all know this by now that we will not write it on the left hand side. Left hand side, we are just going to write the question, and the composition we're going to start on the right hand side of the composition book. Okay, so on the left hand side we will write the heading as dialogue writing. Okay, DIALOGUE, dialogue writing. And then the question, write a dialogue between a doctor and a patient. Write a dialogue between a doctor and a patient. Yes, and now on the next page, on the right hand side, what do we write on the top? The title. What's the title? It's a dialogue between doctor and patient. So we will write doctor and patient. Okay. Yes. Now from the next line onwards, we will start writing the dialogue. Now first, imagine yourself in the doctor's position and think of the conversation you will have with your patient, and then put yourself in the patient's position and think what is the conversation that you have when you go to your doctor. Okay, after thinking about it, after getting the points that what you want to write, we'll start writing the dialogue. Okay, so now I'll zoom this page for you all. Okay, there's a heading here, doctor and patient. Now I'm going to start with the patient. Okay, so in the first line I'm going to use the margin to write the name of the character. Okay, so in the margin I will write patient because I'm going to start with the patient. I've written patient and I have put colon over there. Can you see it, children? I have written patient and I have put colon there, right? And now after the margin, I'll write the dialogue that's spoken by the patient. So the patient says, "Good morning, doctor." Yes. So patient, colon, and then I have written "Good morning, doctor." That means the patient is wishing the doctor good morning as soon as he enters. Yes. The next line, now the doctor will say, so write doctor and colon. Now the doctor says, "Good morning, please sit." Good morning, please sit. Now again, the patient. So after the character's name, I am putting colon over there. Children, you have to keep in mind how you are writing. You are writing the character's name, you are putting the colon, and then you are writing the dialogue of that particular character. Yes, that means that character is speaking this. Now the patient says, "I have a stomachache, doctor. I also vomited." One second. Yes. "I also vomited a few times at night." Now, after wishing the doctor and the patient, now the patient is telling what his problem is. "I have a stomachache, doctor. I also vomited a few times at night." So the doctor is asking now, "What did you eat yesterday? What did you eat yesterday?" Children, you also have to remember that you have to put the punctuations correctly. The doctor is asking a question, so you have to put a question mark at the end, right? So punctuations are also very important while writing dialogues. So now the doctor is asking, "What did you eat yesterday?" The patient replies, so patient, colon, and now the dialogue. I ate some snacks at the roadside stall. I ate some snacks at the roadside stall. Now again, the doctor. Hmm, that could be the reason for it. Okay, so this much. We'll just go through what we have written till here. Yes? Yes. First, the patient is saying, "Good morning, doctor." Then the doctor, "Good morning. Please sit." Patient, "I have a stomachache, doctor. I also vomited a few times at night." Now the doctor is asking, patient, "I ate some snacks at the roadside stall." Doctor, hmm, that could be the reason for it. Yes? Now let's see what's the dialogue after this. Now again the doctor, "I will prescribe some medicines for you." Yes? After you tell your problem to the doctor and after he examines, what does the doctor do? Writes down medicines for you, right? So the doctor is saying, "I will prescribe some medicines for you." Should I follow any diet, doctor? Right? After the doctor gives you medicines, you always ask doctor, "Doctor, what should I eat? Can I eat this? Can I eat that?" So this patient is asking, "Should I follow any diet, doctor?" Now the doctor says, "Yes, have plenty of water. You can have fruit juices, but avoid coffee and dairy products. And come and meet me after 2 days." So, what's the doctor saying here? Yes, have plenty of water. You can have fresh fruit juices too, but avoid coffee and dairy products. And come and meet me after 2 days. Right? When we tell doctor about our sickness and doctor gives us medicines and then doctor tells us, right? You have this, you have that. So this doctor is saying, have plenty of water. You can always use fresh fruit juices, but don't have coffee and dairy products, and come and meet me after 2 days. And then the patient is saying, "Thank you, doctor," and he leaves. Okay, so this is the dialogue between a patient and a doctor. So here it is. What happens when you go to a doctor? You tell the doctor about your sickness, and then the doctor examines you and he gives you medicines and instructions. So that is what we have written here in our dialogue. Okay, children, did you all understand this? Yes, is it clear? So, what are the things you have to remember while writing a dialogue? The topic of the uh, conversation has to be clear. You have to be clear what is the topic on which we are going to write the dialogue. Imagine yourself in both the characters, okay? Doctor's place also, patient's place also. Imagine yourself what you're going to write, get your things clear, and then start writing the dialogue. Keep it very simple. Keep the language very simple. Be careful that you don't make any grammatical mistakes. That means you also have to put the punctuation marks correctly. Yes? Now, children, I have an assignment for you. You have to write a dialogue between a mother and a son or daughter. You can choose. It can be a mother and a son or a mother and a daughter. Now, what will be the topic for this conversation? The topic is choosing the color of balloons for his or her birthday party. Right? Choosing the color of balloons for his or her birthday party. So there is a boy or a girl and their mother and they are discussing on the color of the balloons they want to use for decoration for their birthday party. So the topic is choosing the color of balloons for his or her birthday party. So imagine what you want, what can the conversation be, what will you tell if you're the son or the daughter, and what will mother be saying, and think and form a very good dialogue, a conversation, and then you're going to write the dialogue. You have to remember, while writing the dialogue, you have to write the name of the character, then colon after that, and then the dialogue of the character. Yes, clear? Okay, so have fun, complete this. Let's see how well you're able to do it. Okay, bye.